All right, everybody listen up. I just got one question. Who in the bleepity bleep thought that it was okay to tick off our Uncle B? Our Uncle Baron Coleman. Who thought it? Who thunk it? Who put their mind together? Erika Pinocchio Kirk, was it you? Andrew Fairy Tale Flight, was it you? Oh, I'm taking names. What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Incahoots Podcast. My name is Nikki. Before I get into this video, please make sure that you smash the subscribe button, hit the like button, comment, tell me what you're thinking, share the video with all your friends, other creators too. Turn on that post notification bell so that you know every single time there's a new video, and don't forget to sign up to become a member. Now that that's over, like I said, you see me rolling up my sleeves? That means I mean business. Okay, so yesterday during Uncle Baron's live, and it's okay if he didn't know that he had a black niece, but he does. Okay, and I don't play about my Uncle B. Now, during his live, it has come to my attention that he was all riled up, getting all red. And you know, he's almost to his golden age. Okay, these are almost his golden years. He is supposed to be chill, relaxing, happy. Okay, but it's come to my attention that he has veins popping out, turning all bright red and stuff. I don't like it. So let's get into this video and let me see what y'all did. Was it you, Erika Pinocchio Kirk? I bet you it was you. Or seeing what's going on, it could have been you, Andrew Fairy Tale Flight Kolvet. I don't know, but I'm going to find out.
I just got in from Santa Barbara when he was already on the ground, and then he just turned his phone back on because he knew that plane was supposed to land around 4:30, and it was about 4:30. And he didn't think anybody would worry about checking. That's my opinion of what happened. I can't tell you for a fact that's what happened, but that's my opinion of what happened. Why does this matter? Great question. Here's why it matters. Because if Andrew left Santa Barbara before Charlie got shot, then there was a plot to kill him. That's why it matters. If Andrew left Santa Barbara before Charlie got shot, there was a plot.
Oh, Uncle B. Oh, see, you got to calm down. Your blood pressure, Uncle Baron. You see what y'all done did to him? See, he all red and his mouth is open. He wagging his finger. Look. Ooh.
Kill Charlie Kirk. And Andrew knew about it. That's why it matters. In my opinion, it is evidence that might have been the case and that they've been lying to us the entire time. That's why it matters. There's no other explanation I can think of short of Andrew was having an affair with somebody in Scottsdale, that he would be sneaking into Scottsdale when he's supposed to be on the air on the Charlie Kirk show.
Hey, hold on, Uncle B. I'm going to take over for you for a second. I'm going to need you to calm down, okay? Your blood pressure. I'm just playing. I'm sure you got good blood pressure, Uncle B, but still. Here's the thing. He said what he said. Because when lies cross lies, you are going to end up getting found out somehow, some way. So if Baron Coleman feels like, hey, Andrew Fairy Tale Flight Kolvet was either having an affair or had something to do with the unaliving of Charlie Kirk, he said what he said. That's just like how I felt when we were trying to figure out where Erika Pinocchio Kirk was on September 8th. And I said it clear as day. I probably won't say it the way I said it then, but I said it. She was at that hotel lobby with another man because she was beeping Cabot Phillips. That is just, I said what I said. And so did Uncle B. Now, honestly, though, I do find it weird that Andrew Fairy Tale Flight Kolvet, that he decided to cut the show down, basically. If Charlie told him, I want you to do 2 straight hours, and then you find a way to do 1 hour, and then you have this little sneaky backup, you can't say that he knew that. I mean, he clearly asked you to do 2 full hours, Andrew Fairy Tale Flight Kolvet. What was the purpose behind cutting the show so short? Where did you have to go? So you do only an hour, and then you pop in the pre-recorded ending of it, which is the second hour, because within that second hour, you have to go. It's time to go. You have a flight to catch, apparently, allegedly, apparently though. So what were you doing? And then we have all these discrepancies. Oh, I was with my wife. I wasn't with my wife. Okay, yes, I was with my wife. And then you have Justin Strife. Well, I booked it for both of them, but I mean, things can change, right? And then Erika is just like, it's not looking too good for you, Andrew Fairy Tale Flight Kolvet. It is not looking too good. And really, really, I can't even say that I hope it's one and not the other. I mean, I would hate for you to cheat on your wife, and I would hate for you to have anything to do with Charlie's unaliving. But I mean, you have to put the mirror in your face. All of these discrepancies always comes from Andrew. They all come from him. Text message leaked. I didn't leak them. Yes, I did. Or to Erika. Oh, they said you were in the fort. Erika's talking about, I wasn't in the fort. I was in the fort. I like in and out. Or, it's all just this effed up telephone game with Andrew Fairy Tale Flight Kolvet. Then he does no justice to Erika Regine Pinocchio Kirk, because once it leaves his mouth to her ear, she says something completely off the wall. She says she wasn't inside of a fort. September 8th. I agree with you, Erika Regine Pinocchio Kirk. I don't think that you built a fort either with your dining room chairs and a sheet. I don't think you did that either, Erika Regine Pinocchio Kirk. See, y'all got my Uncle Baron all riled up, and now I'm all riled up. Only difference is he can turn red and I can't. One day he's going to know that he has a black niece. You just wait. You wait.
That's why it matters. And I'm sick and tired of the constant obfuscation and lies. And when we raise real questions like this, they ignore it. But when somebody says, you think Erika was buying a jumpsuit at Aloe? Oh my God, no. Of course she wasn't buying a jumpsuit at Aloe. I was buying the jumpsuit. Oh, that's when you choose to come in and answer it? That's when you choose to come in and answer the accusations? Are you serious? That's when you come in, is when someone thinks he was buying a crop top? But I do 3 shows accusing you of leaving Santa Barbara before Charlie got shot or banged or whatever happened to him, and you're just dead silent? In my opinion.
Listen, Uncle B, you don't have to keep saying your opinion. Let me handle this. He said what he said. Allegedly. Here's the thing, though. He does have a point. It's very interesting how once this whole Aloe clothing shopping, spending over $1,000 thing had come up by some random TikToker, that's what got them all in their chest. Now they have to speak on it, right? They have to put out a statement, talk about it. Elizabeth came out and she's like, Erika didn't do it, I did. Okay, well, where's this energy with everything that Erika is accused of? Where is this energy with everything that Andrew Fairy Tale Flight Kolvet is accused of? Where is this energy when it really matters? Really, I never covered that video of the guy talking about the shopping spree because truly that did not matter to me. Rich people do rich things. All right. So that was just completely just far out of my mind, but it is weird that is what they choose to write full length paragraphs about, to debunk about Erika. I mean, Elizabeth, since And I might have to get a nickname for you too. But Elizabeth, where was this energy for your husband? Where was this energy when everyone was tripping out about the fact that Mikey McCoy had his phone up to his face before Charlie even hit the ground and just walked out yonder, never looked back, never slowed down. He was gone. Where was that energy when everybody was wondering, who was he talking to? He must have been talking to an op. He must have been, confirming that the shot was made successfully. Charlie hadn't even leaned over the chair yet before Mikey was halfway out of there. So now that we know that he was on the phone with Elizabeth, where's her energy for that? Why didn't Elizabeth go on X and make full paragraphs for her husband to say, no, my husband was not speaking with ops or foreign intelligence? And mind you, a lot of people thought that Erika was on the phone, which is why he didn't have to dial or anything. It almost seemed like she was already on his line. And when the shot happened, he just, boom, hello, yeah, it's done. He didn't have to dial. He didn't have to do anything. It was Erika, and it was Mikey, and it was Andrew, and it was Blake Neff saying that the moment that it happened, he called Erika first. Now that we know that that's not true, Elizabeth, where's that energy from you to hop on X and say, hey guys, my husband is magnificent, amazing, faithful, intelligent, superstar, wonderful Mikey McCoy. And he was on the phone with me. I was the one that was on the phone with him. And we three-wayed Erika. And we three-wayed his father. Or whatever the case may be. Where was that energy? No, you choose to speak up about clothing items. Really, really, that entire organization at this point should be ashamed of themselves. This doesn't even make sense. And you're always going to have those people in the comments that are like, how could you speak about a widow that way? How could you say this about her? You guys are jealous. You guys are haters. I'm not hating on Erika Pinocchio Kirk. I have nothing against her. But if I see that something clearly does not pass the smell test, I and everyone else has every right to point it out. But that doesn't mean that they're bashing a widow. We have a right to point out the inconsistencies. People really loved Charlie Kirk. People really cared about him. People really followed him. If Charlie Kirk was so big on freedom of speech and ask questions, have a conversation. When you don't agree, have a conversation. Where's all the cease and desist letters coming from? Where's all this hatred in other creators' comments that are genuinely trying to figure out the truth? All of a sudden, it's no longer, all of that went out the window. Erika Pinocchio Kirk wanted to lead his legacy and keep his legacy going. Except for that part, right? Except for the freedom of speech, except for asking questions, except for having a conversation about the hard things. That's what Erika doesn't want to keep going with, right? That part, let's just leave that with Charlie. That went to heaven with Charlie, right? Is that what you're saying? Allegedly, is that what you're saying? So I understand why Baron Coleman is upset and why he's frustrated. Because little things like that, the biggest things, the most in your face things that comes up about these people, they won't talk about it. They call it noise. That's noise, right? That's noise. They don't want to say anything. They don't want to incriminate themselves. Okay, whatever the case may be, that's noise, right? But what you can speak on is clothing items. Paragraphs about clothing items. Look, all I ask is that you just don't get our Uncle B's blood pressure up, okay? He's supposed to be just chilling and doing his thing on the podcast and having a good time. Don't get him all upset and red. He got veins popping out. I think his hair stood up on his head a little bit. Like, leave him alone. But I'm going to wrap this video up right here. If you like the video, make sure that you comment, like, subscribe. Turn on your post notifications, share the video with all of your friends and other creators too. And don't forget to become a member. All right, until next time, my name is Nikki. This has been In Cahoots Podcast. Peace.